Welcome Ejima-san. Thank you very much for doing this conversation with us. This is part of our Carney's Digital Game Changer series, and in your role as the CEO of Bank Danamon, where you have been driving since last 2 years this transformation program, we wanted to have a chat with you and hear your perspective. So thank you again. Why did you, which is MUFG and Bank Danamon, select agile as your key for transformation? What was the reason?
Definitely, we want to grow and we want to change ourselves. Danamon, as we all know, in competitive banking industry, and we need to climb up the ranking so that we can play more meaningful role in Indonesian economy. That's the purpose that MUFG invested 2019 to Danamon, and now it's a consolidated financial subsidiaries to whole MUFG group. So building good franchise in Indonesia is extremely important for us. Since MUFG took over it, we identified several key areas that we need to enhance. And one of it is the culture changes. And this agile, not necessarily the IT development project, we wanted to expand it more toward the culture transformation of Bank Danamon. Yeah. And this should be the core driving forces, not only for the product development, etc., but more for impacting the whole organic changes that we are shooting for.
Okay, so it was a tool for culture transformation for you.
Right.
As they say, Ejima-san, culture change happens from the top. So how have you seen your role as the CEO in driving this change and supporting it over the years?
Since I am in #1 position in the organization, I can be seen by our all employees that which direction I am facing. That type of transparency, I see it's very important, for us. From that perspective, I want to, of course, play a leadership function. I also need to drive changes, but at the same time, I also need to have frequent discussions conveying message either through e-channel or through face-to-face, whatever format, that what I would like to do for the next few years, particularly, not short term, but relatively middle term. Agile team is also, for me, playing a very important role that enhancing my communications to employees. But at the same time, I have to be mindful this culture change ideally should happen from the bottom-up approach, rather than me directing what I should do, what we are facing. Of course, that direction, I think everyone needs to share and understand. But once we share, hopefully the activities should come up from voluntary basis from the ground level. So that balances between top-down versus the bottom-up. I also need to be mindful of that.
So you are trying to inspire them, but hoping then they will absorb and they will come up with the initiatives.
Right.